Hello students, welcome to Narayan PU College online classes. And the next preparation method of alkyl halide is halogen exchange method. By using this halogen exchange method, mainly we will prepare alkyl iodides and alkyl fluorides. And alkyl iodides are prepared by the Finkelstein reaction. Clear? What is the Finkelstein reaction? In the Finkelstein reaction, alkyl iodides are prepared. In this one, alkyl halides, mainly chlorides and bromides, treated with sodium iodide in acetone solvents. Acetone solvent. So what is that one? You see. Simply I will write, by using this method, which one we will prepare? We will prepare alkyl iodides. We will prepare alkyl iodides. Clear? What is the reaction? Alkyl chlorides, X is equal to chlorine or bromine. Alkyl chlorides or alkyl bromides are treated with sodium iodide in presence of acetone, in presence of dry acetone, and it gives, simple this is, remove the NaX here and attach the iodine to the alkyl group, then you will get the NaX. What is this X here? Chloride or bromide. This reaction we will call as Finkelstein reaction. The alkyl halides are prepared from the alkyl iodides are prepared from the alkyl chloride or bromide by the treatment with sodium iodide in presence of acetone. Is called as Finkelstein reaction. Clear? Now, suppose if I take simple example and ethyl bromide I will take. Ethyl bromide plus sodium iodide in presence of dry acetone, I will get here ethyl iodide CH3CH2I plus NaBr. The solvent important here. Why? Because sodium iodide is dissolved in acetone, but sodium chloride and sodium bromide are not dissolved, insoluble in what it is? Acetone. Insoluble in acetone means what? They are precipitated in this acetone solvent. So that's why the reaction moves in a forward direction. Why? Because sodium iodide is in the form of precipitate. Sodium chloride and sodium bromide, they are in the form of precipitate in acetone solvent. So that's why the reaction moves in a forward direction. Means it is like we are removing the sodium chloride and sodium bromide from this reaction. Clear? And this reaction we will call as a Finkelstein reaction, and this reaction follows SN2 mechanism. Important this is. SN2 mechanism. We have not started till SN1 and SN2, but we will discuss in the next 3-4 videos. And important here, you remember, this follows the SN2 mechanism. If I take here chloride, then I will get the sodium chloride, but so here iodides. These are what it is, alkyl iodides. Clear? This reaction we will call as Finkelstein reaction. Next one is Schwarz reaction. Finkelstein reaction we have discussed. By using Finkelstein reaction, alkyl iodides are prepared. By using Schwarz reaction, alkyl fluorides are prepared. Clear? So how we will prepare this alkyl fluoride? Take the alkyl halide and treat this one with the metallic fluorides. Metallic fluorides like AZF. Clear? So many you can take AZF or Hg2F2 or cobalt fluoride. Clear? And SbF3. All these are metallic fluorides. That what we will call these are metallic fluorides. Metallic fluorides. Clear? When alkyl halides reacted with metallic fluoride, then it gives, alkyl fluoride, and plus you will get the here AZX. Clear? Simple. Here AZF we will remove and AZX will be removed here, and you will get the alkyl fluorides. What it is here? Alkyl fluorides. Clear? This is. Suppose if I take simple example here, ethyl chloride I will take CH3CH2 and here suppose X is equal to here what it is, mainly chloride or bromide. Clear? So if you take and you will get the compound, suppose chlorine if I take and AgF if I take, then what you will get? AgCl will be removed, then you will get the compound is CH3CH2F plus AgCl. Clear? In the same way, if I take here another one metallic fluoride, for example Hg2F2, then you see CH3CH2Br plus I will take this is Ag2F2. This is another metallic fluoride, right? Now here one bromine and here Ag and bromine will be removed as a AgBr like AgCl. But how many silver atoms are there here? 2. But here how many bromine atoms required? 2. So that's why multiply this one with the 2. Then you remove here AgBr, then you will get the 2 moles of CH3 and CH2F plus and 2 moles of AgBr. So this reaction we will call as Schwarz reaction, and this reaction also follows SN2 mechanism. Remember just this is, but again we will discuss what is SN1 and SN2. So that after discussing this SN1 and SN2, you can understand what why this follows the SN1 and SN2. Next one is from alcohols. This I have already discussed, but I forgot to discuss with the phosphorus halides and thionyl chloride. So I will continue here. So reaction alkyl halides are prepared from the alcohol with the treatment of phosphorus halides. Clear? Now I will take the alcohol here. You know the general formula of alcohol is ROH, and treated with phosphorus halide. First I will treat with the phosphorus trichloride. 2 types of phosphorus halides are there. One is phosphorus trihalides and another one is phosphorus pentahalide. First we will discuss with the trihalides, then we will go for the pentahalide. Clear? Now what happened here? Simple. In this one, this OH group is replaced by chlorine. How many chlorine atoms are there here? 3. And here 3 OH groups are substituted by 3 chlorine groups, and chloride groups. You will get the compound is 3 moles of alkyl chloride plus you will get POH thrice. Yeah, 3 chlorine atoms are shifted here and 3 OH groups are here. Then what this can also be written as H3PO3, phosphorus acid. Yeah, this is one preparation. Simple example. If I take one example, suppose ethyl alcohol. Clear? And treated this one with the PCl3. How many moles I have to take here? 1 mole. Remember, with the PCl3, alcohols 3 moles reacted with 1 mole PCl3. Clear? Now, what you will get the compound? Same. 3 moles of ethyl chloride CH3CH2Cl plus H3PO3. Clear? Now, if I wanted to prepare here alkyl bromides and iodides, I should not take directly PBr3 and Pi3. Why? Why? Because PBr3 and Pi3 are unstable compounds. They decomposed in the reaction. So another one method is there how to prepare. Suppose if I take here alcohol, and how to prepare this one is, and take the red phosphorus and halogen. Halogen means what it is? X is equal to, you have to take the bromine and iodine and heat it, then you will get the compound is, you know, R here bromide. Same here also you will get the compound H3PO3 and 3 moles here. Clear? And also iodides. If I take iodine, then I will get the alkyl iodide plus what you will get here? H3PO3. Clear? So what happens? Same reaction only. Why? Because here PBr3 if I take directly, then we will heat this reaction. Before reacting with the alcohol, that PBr3 will be dissociate or decomposed. So that's why it will not react with the alcohol. So that's why we have to prepare this PBr3 and PI3 in situ method, by in situ method. What is in situ method? Because what is the in situ method means? You have to prepare the phosphorus bromides and iodides in the reaction itself. See, I will take the compound is alcohol here. This is what it is, alcohol. Suppose if I add here PBr3 for this solution, PBr3 for this alcohol, then what I will do? I will heat this one. When I start heating, before PBr3 react with ROH, because you know it is unstable compound, while I start heating of this reaction mixture and PBr3 decomposes, so that it will not react with the alcohol. So you have to prepare this PBr3 itself in the reaction only. Means what I will add, after adding ROH, I will add the red phosphorus and what I will add here, bromine. This is Br2. Then what happened? I will heat this reaction. When I start heating this reaction mixture, this phosphorus and bromine react together and gives the PBr3. And gives the what it is here? PBr3 only. Clear? Now this PBr3, when I heated this one, PBr3 is formed in the reaction, and so it immediately reacted with the alcohol before decomposition. Because there is no time for the PBr3 to decompose here. Because and in the reaction PBr3 itself it is produced, immediately it will react with the ROH. Because if I keep some time here, if I give some time here for the PBr3, then it decomposes. So that's why, and here this preparation of, you see in the reaction itself PBr3 is prepared, this we will call in situ method. Clear? So that's why, and bromides and alkyl bromides and alkyl iodides are prepared in this method, in this way. You should not directly take the PBr3 and PI3. Next one. This is, suppose if I take one example, simple, CH3 CH2OH plus if I take red phosphorus and what it is, chlorine, then what the compound you will get? You will get the 3 moles of CH3 CH2Cl plus H3PO3. Clear? Next one, reaction with phosphorus pentahalides. Clear? So reaction, this is the first one with the PCl3 and now PCl5. In reaction with the PCl5, alcohol react with the PCl5 in equal moles. It is 1 mole of alcohol react with 1 mole of PCl5. See now, OH will be removed and you will get the RCl. 1 Cl is added, OH is removed, and 1 H and 1 Cl will be removed as HCl. How many chlorine atoms are used here? 2. How many left here? 3. And 1 oxygen. So that's why 1 phosphorus. So you will get the POCl3. This is the product. Clear? If I take example and methyl alcohol treated with the PCl5, and you will get the compound is CH3 CH2Cl plus POCl3 plus HCl. This is the reaction with what it is, phosphorus trihalides and phosphorus pentahalide. You remember one thing, with the phosphorus trihalide, 3 moles of alcohol will react with the 1 mole of the phosphorus trihalides. But with the phosphorus pentachloride, 1 mole of alcohol react with 1 mole of PCl5. Here byproduct is H3PO3. In this PCl5, byproduct is POCl3. Clear? Phosphorus oxide chloride. This is phosphorus oxychloride. This is phosphorus acid. Phosphorus acid. Clear? So this is with the reaction of the alcohol with the phosphorus halides.